can't stop thinking about you. Can't stop thinking about us. My new hobby. Be obsessed with you. Where you are. What you're doing. Who you're with. Why aren't you with me? When are you going to be with me? So cool to be of a certain age and still have those butterflies about somebody. Wondering what it's going to be like to be with them, be near them, to be inside them. They say obsession or gluttony is not a good thing, but what happens when somebody comes into our life and opens our eyes a little bit? What do? We overuse them to the nth degree. We overextend their time with us because we just can't stop giving every second of our available time, giving of ourselves to their greatness. They are the chemical romance that we crave. They are the new drug that Huey Lewis was talking about. That's why they can't put a specific name on it. Soulmate, significant other, life partner, your other half. When something is that great, how can you describe it in one term? One easy answer. You can't. You have to give it multiple definitions. Because that's what this person serves in your life on an everyday basis. They allow you to function. And when they're not there, it compromises that functionality. Or in layman's terms, it completely fucks you up. The simplest occasions, like eating dinner or taking a trip, are so incomplete, are so broken when that person is not next to you. Even if you're not talking, you're just sitting there. You're observing. You're listening. You're watching. Like right now, we're watching the road get eaten up in front of us as life passes by out the window. When you're watching a show together, it's playing on you, the both of you. And then you have that moment where you look to each other. There's some huge moment in the show where somebody kisses, somebody comes into money, somebody gets killed, and you look to each other with your mouths agape. Can you believe that happened? Kind of expression. It elevates that moment of receiving information like you never could have imagined. When you don't have that person to share that with, it's an entirely different experience. What makes concentration on any given task possible? No distractions. And to have someone like you in my life, I'm able to carry on with the everyday tiny things. what happens when there's any sort of conflict in a relationship. I have to reread this article 6 times. I have to rewind this show 6 times because I can't focus when you're not here. What happens when someone's talking to us, a non-romantic person is talking to us, and we start to glaze over? What do you eventually hear? Are you listening to me? And you're like snapped out of it. No, as a matter of fact, I'm not. I have his or her face burned into my fucking eyes. Because even if you're not physically here with me, mentally, I am swimming in every molecule you are. And I can't wait for that next experience with you. Could be something so innocent as doing your taxes together or picking out furniture. I need to look over and see you seeing me. My favorite one is in the checkout line, or even like a sporting event when they actually have them. And you have this chance to listen, to observe other couples together. And you're like, after maybe just 5 minutes of listening to these other people, I am so fucking lucky that I found you. These people around me are such clueless shitheads. They don't get it. They don't know how to love like we love. That's one of my favorite lines to tell you. I don't say, I love you. I prefer to say, I love us. I look over, and I'm an us with you, with this amazing, sweet, angelic creature. I made you in my mind, and they brought you to my reality. I don't know who did, but bless you endlessly. Why do we have to need people so much? It's pretty incredible, isn't it? You think of this past year, and outside of romantic-y stuff, your mom, your dad, your children, your siblings, best friend, you name it. As I was saying, to go through the bigger parts of life, be it a triumphant country event or a tragic event, or the finale of a TV show, or your team won the big game, to not have those people cheering with you, celebrating with you, burping and farting with you over all the junk food. What are they there for? For those moments. But when you go a step further, and it's that person you're holding hands with, and I just love the fisheye moments where they can't see you looking over at them. To have you there, from eyebrow to nose to cheekbone to lips, There are different vices in this life. Drug, booze, food, Netflix. But it's weird. They pull us through certain times, moments. They occupy the minutes of our day. But it's weird when it comes to a human. The way your partner looks, or speaks, or their fragrance, or listens, or just knows more than anyone you've ever known how to fix you. Yeah. How a fellow human being can be a vice. That's what you are to me. And that's what I always want to be to you. Now let's get home and do everything I just said.